Where's that at?
In the settings. It'll say map sources. The altitude correction is useful if your phone consistently gives you a bad altitude. You can put a number in here in feet, and that will tell the phone how far off your elevation is from actual. Default navigation, you can set this for whatever form of navigation you prefer, if you prefer to have the compass page or if you prefer to have the map page. And then this last one here, you can actually take and back up your cache database, which is the ones you would load with a pocket query, which is kind of handy. Anybody have any questions?
Hey Rob,
yeah.
So the Groundspeak app costs $10. How much does CGO run?
CGO is free.
Free? No. Really?
Free.
Wow.
Absolutely free. You just go to the Android market. I'm not sure if it's available for the iPhone.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't believe it is. Okay.
Hey Rob, would you and John mind taking questions for maybe the next 5 minutes? Sure. And then when you get a question, please kind of, sometimes it's hard for everybody to hear the question that was asked. So please restate the question or rephrase it in your answer so everybody understands what was said. Questions for the gentleman on either app or system?
Just a comment for the smartphone. There's also another app, it's called Neon Geo, which is actually supposed to be pretty good too. I haven't used it on the iPhone, but just that there are other ones out there too. So people should just kind of look around.
Yeah, especially with the Android platform, it's a good idea to look around. There are a lot of different apps, geocaching apps out there. This is just the one that I happen to start using, and I like it. So.
Tony, did you have a question?
I just had a general question and or comment on how much all this stuff costs. I mean, I have my lame little track phone. You know, I'm never going to do this kind of stuff, but if I was going to think about it, how much money are you talking about to be able to do this? You can't just have a cell phone, you also have to have some kind of plan and deal with it.
Okay.
The question was, how much does it cost for all this? If you already have a GPS, and now you'd have to invest in a smartphone and a data plan, etc. I guess smartphones vary in price mostly from like $50 to $350. Depends upon the contract you have. However, if you have a smartphone and you plan on accessing the internet and therefore geocaching.com in some way, shape, or form, you have to have a data plan as well as a talk plan. Talk plans vary from probably $25 to $125, but the data plan, at least for the iPhone, is typically around $20, $25. It can be higher than that depending upon what you get. So yeah, you'd have to invest in that. Yes.
I use the CGO app, and now you use the app. Have you had any problems with the latest update where, you know how you can mark it so it shows by distance? The closest one would be on the top. Since my last update, they're just random. Have you had that issue?
No, I haven't had that.
Could you rephrase the question, Rob?
Oh, she asked if I have had an issue with the
Like when you select nearby,
okay.
it's supposed to come closest.
Right.
Okay.
She's having an issue where the nearest apps aren't coming up, or apps. The nearest caches aren't on the top of the list, and I haven't had that.
And it's only since the last update.
No, I haven't had that problem.
Yeah. It says it, but they're not right.
I have noticed that I've had to refresh once. If I refresh it once, then it's usually okay.
How do you refresh?
I think usually what I ended up doing was I just went back and then I just hit nearby again.
Oh, I've done it like.
Okay, then if I have had a problem, I usually fix
Selected
it.
off of distance and selected something else, and then I went back and selected distance and still won't put it in.
Okay, yeah, I haven't had that problem.
Should they reinstall it then or something like that?
That would be a possible option. You could try
Yeah.
removing the app and then reinstalling it.
Because it's free, right?
Yeah.
Referring to her question, I think it can happen if your GPS like loses the signal. I kind of recall that happened with the signal drops.
Yeah, that is possible that if you lost signal, that it might mess it up.
It's only done it since the last one, and it's been every day since
Okay.
I've tried it.
I just want to make a comment on mine. Kind of sort of relates to this, but when we first started out, we used Geo, and we were using a broken Android. Well, it wasn't broken; it didn't have service. And I found that if you had Wi-Fi, like for cost, for people who wanted a cheaper way of doing it, you can get somebody's old smartphone. You can still use that. It's still got the capabilities of getting, you can get on Wi-Fi, you can download, like you were saying, Pocket Quarries, or you can just, while you're on Wi-Fi, you can store it in your device, and then you can use that without a certain data service. You go out there and use that phone. As your GPS. You don't have to pay that monthly fee for the data.
Yeah. Actually, I have different subjects, so.
I was wondering what's your sequence on the iPhone with geocaching? Yeah. What would be your sequence for a multi-cache? If you go to the first cache, you find it, now you get different coordinates. What would be your sequence of doing that? Pretty much coordinates.
So your question is, how does one log the different waypoints for
Yeah, how
a
do you find the
geocache?
second waypoint of a multi-cache?
How do you enter the second waypoint?
Yeah, how do you
How do you
enter the
enter it?
second?
Well, actually, let's see if I can navigate to this and see how long it takes to load. Okay, let's say I'm going to left at Levy's here. It's not a multi, but let's say it is. I'm navigating to it. And then there's that little arrow, or not arrow, that little flag symbol on the top there. You touch that. And now here's where I would override the existing coordinates, put in those new coordinates. So let's say it's supposed to be this for the latitude.
So it doesn't save your previous coordinates, John? You just say overwrite the original ones?
I shouldn't say override. The other coordinates are saved too.
Oh, they are.
So now I've got that. Now I've got those new coordinates set there. And if you can see the green spot, that green area is where the original waypoint 1 was. Now there's an orange flag lower, which is waypoint 2. So now if I touch that flag, set as target, now it's navigating to the second point. Okay, it is 1:56.
10-minute break?
10-minute break, then we'll start up with GSAC.